Hi, I'm Matthieu from the Intel RealSense team, and we're here at ISC West 2025, and I'm here with my good friend, new friend, Ruben from Framos. How are you, Ruben?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
It's
too.
a pleasure to meet you here at ISC West. Big fan of you.
Oh, and likewise, you're my new friend. Tell us, introduce yourself so everyone knows who you are.
Well, I'm a field application engineer at Framos. So I do some support with sales, some support with customers, mostly at the pre-sales stage, but also do a bit of after sales. I'm focused on the 3D portfolio from Framos. I mean the RealSense stereo cameras, our version, the Framos D400D, and what we are expecting to come next from RealSense. So what is already released, but we are to start working on it for the next months, the facial authentication camera.
Well, I tell you, your camera and housing and adapters have been a huge hit. People have been swarming around your booth here in the Intel RealSense space, so I'm excited about what you've already got too. Tell us a little bit about Framos.
Well, Framos is a well-known distributor in Europe for the vision and imaging sector. We are an official Sony distributor since decades, over 40 years. We start developing our own optical modules because one of our niche market is the embedded vision or embedded imaging, but we see some potential also on the 3D, like the RealSense stereo cameras, and also some portfolio from Sony if we talk about the time of flight cameras. But this is a product that is already launched, and I mean the Intel RealSense stereo cameras for robotics. If you think about AMRs, which is a kind of my comfortable area, there is a big market for that, a big opportunity. People are usually super happy with the cameras, so it's a way to go.
Well, you've hardened the RealSense camera even more industrial than like our casing as well. Tell us about what you have right there.
Well, the Framos D400E series, at the first glance it looks like a ruggedized version of the original Intel RealSense stereo cameras, but in fact it is a bit more than that. So, yes, at the first glance it is a ruggedized housing, IP66 rated, but we redesigned the main board also to adjust the interface. So we have a GIGI interface, Ethernet with an M12 X-coded power connector. It's an industrial connector. It is also PoE. So for the niche market where we focus it, this is a great interface. On top of that, we have an additional industrial connector if you need to power the camera with an external power supply, and we have also some GPIOs. For example, some customers need to synchronize multiple cameras, and we use these GPIOs to sync the cameras, at least on the hardware side. Then we need to run some parameterizations on the software, but at least the connections is an easy way to do it.
Well, as I'm listening to you describe that product, it must be just jam-packed worth of stuff inside of that casing, no?
It's well, we have, but the capabilities or the add value of Framos with the stereo cameras, it is not only the product itself. We have a good engineering team, starting with the real engineers who redesigned the main board to convert the USB interface to an Ethernet interface. And for some special requirements from some customers, we also add some additional features like adding temperature sensors, some audio input or output. So we have that flexibility and in-house knowledge to do that. And on top of that, we are a distributor, so we sell our own products. We can resell the Intel RealSense cameras, but we are not just a reseller. We have also good engineers, the technical support and solutions team to enable the customers and to help them with their end applications. Sometimes they they say, okay, but camera is good, but it's not as good as we want. It is missing here or there something. No, it's just a matter of software parameterization.
Yeah.
Let us support you.
That's
We have
the
knowledge. Yes, that's the value we provide, definitely.
So why RealSense? Why did you select our cameras, our depth cameras, to as the basis?
Today there are other cameras in the market, but if we go back in time 5-6 years ago, the Intel RealSense were disruptive in the market. Having an affordable camera with a onboard processing just to process the disparity maps to get the depth map out of it, and I think it was not an approach from a single side. It was like a marriage between Framos and Intel RealSense, because you also feel that we had the capabilities to start working from the Intel RealSense modules, redesign it. I mean, not redesign the optical module itself, but redesign the main board to have this feature. So it was a win-win partnership. And we are very proud of it. We are happy with that, and we hope we will continue working.
Well, we're very proud of our relationship as well as a partner. Was Intel RealSense easy to build around, like interface with and build from?
We have, just to give you a bit of story of Framos, years ago we acquired SmartTech. SmartTech was an industrial camera manufacturer, so we have the knowledge about the USB interface, the gig interface for the vision market. We know how it works, how to handle everything. So for us, was just more kind of let's say read
it's just one more piece. It sounds like.
Okay, different documentation that we have to read, a different processor. We just have to adapt the signals, but it was something that we were used to do it. So it was not like a rocket science for us.
That's good news. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got an open source SDK, we've got support, we've got wrappers for Python, C++. So yeah, I'm assuming you're probably C++. I don't know, probably low level.
No, our SDK. Okay, we were forced to do some modifications on the SDK.
Okay.
But 99% we keep the original Intel RealSense SDK.
Okay.
The modifications we did was just for the interface, the connectivity.
Yeah, these, right?
Yes,
yeah.
the connectivity we have over there, and in some cases, some customization where the customer need to add some sensor. So since we have the main board and we have some FPGA inside, we can have that flexibility to add sensors or whatever the customer wants.
Something's sticking in my head. You mentioned IP66. Can you explain a little bit more what that means?
It is related to the kind of waterproof resistant. It can be simply splashes, can be dropping in the water up to 1 meter, or resistant to water jets. Then we are talking about to IP69 or IP69K. Our standard version is IP66 rated. We have the capabilities to increase it a bit more. It's just a matter of having market demands, because we need to run some certifications on top of that, just to make sure the camera fulfills the rate that the customer or the market needs.
That's awesome. What's next? What are you thinking next? The crazy ideas we've all been talking about.
No, the next, I think that it is pretty clear what is coming next, and there is a lot of buzz around the facial authentication cameras. So
I think I happen to have one in my pocket. But of course, you would ruggedize this, right? It won't look anything like that, probably.
But this is the camera. If we think about the module itself, it's less than a half of it.
Yeah,
so,
that's right, yeah.
Again, you decided to have the USB interface, which is great.
Yeah.
If you need to have a fast deployment or to run some quick tests, having some prototypes, this is a great product to go. But sometimes the customer needs a different interface, or needs the ruggedized housing, or needs to integrate the module in the hardware. So we have the capabilities to do that. And this is, it is not written on stone, but 99% sure it will be the next steps. Our next steps just to make a product out of the RealSense facial authentication camera.
Based on what we've seen at ISC West, the timing is really, really good for facial authentication and anti-spoofing and all the things that go in this space.
Okay. A good thing that the RealSense camera has is that the onboard processing, so with data protection we are safe. The anti-spoofing feature is incredible.
Yep.
Okay, if you look at the results, you run some external...
we did the Hollywood, like Mission Impossible masks, and those fail, like they don't pass.
So that's amazing. I mean, I know that you run some tests with an external entity, so we have the... Okay, nothing is 100% sure, but we have almost 100% sure that it is anti-spoofing and it is uncrackable.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Let's say by this, but yes, the next steps will be around this camera for sure.
Well, I am so excited, and it's been so awesome working with you in the booth and playing with the Whiskey, the robot dog.
That's it. The robot dog is grabbing a lot of attention, but again, it showcases the capabilities of the stereo and the RealSense cameras or products that can be used there for multiple tasks.
And with a Framos camera on it, maybe instead of a standard RealSense casing, now the thing's even more indestructible, right? Like outdoors or wherever you're sending this thing.
Can be outdoors, but don't think that we do only this ruggedized version. Since we have the capabilities, we have some customs, we have some custom products where we simply disassemble everything or starting from the modules. We just need to support the customers on the hardware integration. So basically they are using the main board that we have here, or some customization on top of it, the RealSense optical modules, the D4 processor, but the housing, if you look at the end equipment, you won't realize that it is a RealSense on it. It is totally masked, but okay, it's it is what the market
is. You're right, absolutely
demands,
right.
So,
and the more you sell, the more we sell. So it's like peanut butter and jelly.
As I mentioned, it is a win-win partnership. We are happy with RealSense. The customers are happy with that. So there are cases for the standard product. There are cases for our Framos D400E standard product, and there are cases where we need to customize. We need something in between.
Absolutely. Well, Ruben, thank you so much. I've enjoyed this interview, and I've enjoyed working with you in the booth, and I'm looking forward to many more opportunities to work with you.
For sure we will have that opportunity, Chris.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Imaging the future. Framos, your value-added vision partner, presents its innovative 3D product, the Industrial Depth Camera D435E. The Framos D435E leverages Intel RealSense technology to make it applicable for harsh industrial environments. Custom modifications are possible. Gigi Vision makes data transmission reliable for distances up to 100 meters. All connectors can be locked. Made for the industry, the camera is dust-proof, meeting IP66 rating. It also has a water-resistant sealing for humid applications and safe cleaning procedures. The Framos D435E works with both Intel's SDK and any Gigi Vision software. The plug-and-play camera combines high-depth resolution and RGB images with onboard calculation in real time. This enables robotic applications, HEV orientation for warehouses, retail analytics, and much more. Get your quote now and contact Framos.